Here we go. Everybody, thanks for coming in. Gather around. Get the kids in the room. I'm going to try to keep it somewhat PC tonight. Yes, we are in the Northeast. A little deep. I'm a little deep in there. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys can have this traffic. Man, I come up here about once a year, and I forget why I don't come up here more often. Ooh-wee. Probably got about a 40 mile per hour average today, and probably averaged about probably 6.9 maybe. I don't know. I don't check it when I'm in that stop and go all day. I'm just like, I don't want to be disappointed. I'm not a disappointment addict, you know? Woo! All right. So we're going to talk a little lease purchase tonight because I know that got everybody's feathers ruffled last night. So we'll continue on that conversation a little bit. Hopefully we are rocking and rolling here. Spinny Wheel Jones over here. So hopefully everything's going well. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Looks like we're doing good. 49 in the house. Everybody smash on that like button for me if you could. I'm getting a lot of spinny wheel over here. So hopefully we're not log jammed up too much tonight. Let's see. Am I not subscribed to my own channel? There it is. There it is. Oh my God, restart required on this PC. I swear to God, this thing's the biggest piece of junk. Never buy an HP computer. I swear to God. I swear to God. Install update, select a time. How about you did an update restart last night? How about no? I want to turn that off actually. I would prefer to never get update failed. Okay, that's good. That's good. How do I turn off updates? I don't want your stupid updates. I'll be honest with you. What's those updates doing for me? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I put no, never again on the poll there. Yeah, the poll's probably retarded looking. I did that while I was talking on the phone. Let's see. Have you ever done a lease purchase? Yes, currently. No. That should have been no, never. Yes, in the past, never again. Yes, I got the title to the truck. Come on. So the no should not say again. Just so you know. Let's get to some comments. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. 59 in the house. 59 in here. Gen Z made it in. Thank you very much. Stanza Transport. Let's go. Watching from Chicago O'Hare. Waiting for my flight home. Merry Christmas. Safe travels. Hope everything goes well for you. I really do. Say hi to the family while you're there for me. There you go. Everybody watch Epic Trucking Fails. And also, don't forget the ES Advantage. I'm just saying, do you like money? Do you like money? Get the ES Advantage. If you're leased onto a carrier and you want to compare better fuel discounts, I'm telling you right now, you're not going to do much better than ES Advantage, or at least that's what they keep telling me. I saved what was it today? $1.35 a gallon. $1.35 a gallon today. So if you need fuel discounts, check out the links below to ES Advantage. They do all kind of stuff. They got fuel discounts, tire discounts, shop rate discounts. I mean, you can save on everything over there. They even offer health insurance now. So go check that out. Just saying, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Reefer 77, what's the poll question tonight? The poll question tonight is about lease purchase. And again, where it says no, That should say just no, never, not never again. So looks like the majority of people have never done a lease purchase. Now, I'm not completely against lease purchase, but it's got to be the right. It's got to be the right situation. You know, I would never lease from a truck from a carrier that, number one, you know, can I talk to the owner? That's a big thing for me. I don't want to work for a company that I can't talk to the owner. You know, it just when I need, you know, when I need to make a call, I want to be able to make that call. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me know about your lease purchase experiences. Jackknife TVs in the house. What's crack-a-lacking? Not much up here deep in the Northeast right now. Just thought I'd pop on to a little live show for you guys. Had a sore throat last night, so I cut it off early. Kind of feeling that again tonight. I don't know why I feel the need to scream. I mean, that's just who I am. I like to scream at a live show. That's who I am. Uh, yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I just watched the guy almost fall out of his truck there. Came out forward, down near did a face plant. Oh, I could have got that on dash cam. I should have, could have, would have got that on dash cam. I'm just saying. I'm just saying I could have. Woo, let's see here. Let's see here. What am I trying to do? Doobity doo, doobity doo. Let's see. There we go. All right, we're good. Hang on a second. I need to mute that as well because we'll see. We'll see what we get out of that. All right, back at it again. Back at it again. Sorry, everybody. We're getting rolling here. It takes me a little while to get the mojo going, you know. CJ Hudson's in the house 2 days in a row. Yeah. Yeah, back at it. Best countdown ever to Christmas. Thank you very much. Sterling Wheels in the house. What up, Sterling? Sterling was live early. Everybody go check out Sterling's live show. I'm going to bed. Be quiet, all you pesky kids. Okay. Okay. Hey, we'll keep it down. We'll keep it down in here. I might cook a grilled cheese later just in case you wonder what that rattling around in the kitchen is. Seven Seas Transport says cold out here. Yeah, supposed to turn off cool over here on me tonight. So getting ready for that. Jay Knight says I identify as transgender walrus now, so I automatically and first. There you go. There you go. David Edwards, howdy, Scallywags. What's up, David? Are you grinding gears yet? You out there grinding them gears? Cents per mile says, we out here scooping up that premium freight. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Woo! Yeah, get them cents per mile. You can do it. I don't guess I really need that light with the other light. Hollywood says, watch that northeastern wind coming out of Cashville. Woo! Get them detention hours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It laid down a little bit today. Didn't have to deal with the wind as much as I did yesterday, but we're deep up here in it, man. I gotta figure out a plan to get home for Christmas because yeah, we're like a week away from Christmas and I'm still going the wrong direction. So gotta work on that a little bit. For sure. Cents per mile says I'm hosting a self-employed Christmas party. It's a real sausage fest. Yes, do not get caught sleeping with the people at your self-employed Christmas party. I ain't saying don't do it. I'm saying don't get caught doing it. Kelly Peterson says, evening all. What up, Kelly? Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Kelly's Trucking says, Santa Claus? Santa Claus? Couldn't have said it better myself. Paul E's in the house. Bought my beater with cash. There you go. That's how you do it. Get that cash money. Ask Simmy. Chief Fairholder says, my boss is real This is the second year in a row, no Christmas bonus or Christmas lunch, not even attaboy. Must have said I was lucky that I'm getting off that day. Yeah, that's the problem being self-employed. Sometimes you get an a-hole for a boss. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, hey, just remember it this way. This is how I always looked at Christmas parties and Christmas lunches, and it's an employer spending your money for you. You know what I mean? Like, who earned that money? The workers. The workers make the money. And the boss gives you a turkey and says, "Oh, here's you a turkey." And it's like, it's kind of my money you spending there. You know, you could have just gave me the cash value. Um, I had a boss one time give me a gift card to a restaurant that like his brother owned. And I'm like, I don't want to go to your brother's stupid restaurant. Just give me my money. Just give me my money. That's the way I looked at it. Woo! Sterling in the house. Channel membership for 1 month. I got a truck from Ultra Ego. Isuzu NPR. Those are nice trucks. Nice trucks. Cab over, probably 16-foot box on the back. You're going to make a lot of money. I just feel it. Sterling says, I survived the CR England lease by buying a cash truck and bailing out. Take that, Mormon Mafia. Mormon Mafia. Yeah, that's a good question. Let's talk about that tonight. So, at what point do you bail out on a lease purchase? You know what I mean? Sterling brings up a good point. When your lease purchase is not working, when do you bail out on it? At what point is the go point? Now, if it's a no money down, walk away lease, I say you walk away from it when you can make more money as a company driver. Now, if you put money down on that truck, then you got to think about it. But, you know, you don't go broke over a down payment. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to fly the coop. Sometimes the coop has got to be flown, if you know what I mean. Bam. Bam. So, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. When do you bail out on a lease purchase? Let me get these comments going again because I don't want to get too far behind on the comments. Sterling says he's going to bed. I'm gonna challenge that. I'm gonna challenge that. I don't think Sterling's going to bed. I don't think Sterling ever sleeps. Sorry, I'm behind on comments. There's where I'm at. There's where me at. Gear Jammer says F8 sits when he pees. Oh man. I do that sometimes when I'm like in the middle of the night and I've been known to fall asleep on the toilet. I'm just saying. Go in there, sit down to pee, and then wake up 2 hours later with my legs asleep. It's happened. You know, transparency and whatnot. Killian's in the house. I sent you a link, Mr. Killian's. Get your ragged ass in here. You know, I know you're like heartbroken because Georgia lost to Alabama the other day, but you gotta move on, bro. You gotta move on. Jay Knight TV says, hello, welcome to the Legit Show. Cash, I'm snuggled right into it every day. Whoo! Sorry to hear that. Chief Fairholder says y'all need to haul this cold air back up north. Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, I heard it was colder down south today than it was up here where I'm at. I heard Tennessee was colder than Boston. It was warmer in Boston than it was in Tennessee today. David Edwards, howdy, scallywags. Ryan Peterson's in the house. Breaking news: Interstate 10 East in the San Antonio area has been reopened. There you go. Traffic on the 45s. There we go. Hollywood says, where's Mr. Boom Fake Trucking? Well, you know, I hated to say this, but Freight Trucking got arrested. Yeah. Apparently the fine people of Wisconsin take indecent exposure very serious. Very serious. I mean, I hate to be the guy that has to break that news, but there it is. Standard Transport buy you a Mac and an Apple computer. Damn it, boy. Definitely not an Apple computer. Maybe. I don't know. Hell. This HP is got, and here comes the thing. Okay, I'll break it down for you. I bought this computer for like $199. Okay, $199. I'm sure if I bought like $1,000 laptop, I would have a much better experience. But I said, I had to buy. Okay, I bought the baby mama a $700 computer, and then I had to buy a $700 computer for school. And then what's that leave me? What's that leave me? A $200 HP. That's where I ended up. Hell, I'm lucky I didn't get a hand-me-down computer. You know, one of those Dells from 2015 I got laying around somewhere. But yeah, I don't know about a Mack truck. I would probably just get a Volvo. If I was going with a Volvo Mack product, I'd probably just get a Volvo. I would. And I would buy me a pair of thong flip flops, and I would, drive around all day with my foot up on the dash. Well, I don't know if I could bend like that. Let me try it. Oh God, no. Maybe I'd have to get some stretchy pants or some short shorts. Maybe that's how they do that. Yeah, I couldn't do it in the current pants I have on. G Walker says, all of the choices in that poll essentially saying, yes, I have done lease purchase. Yeah. The no should not have the again on it. I explain this. I mean, you gotta understand. I mean, literally. Paul E says, just got my first parking ticket in the mail. Wow, kinda relieved it ain't a red light ticket, but it's only $50, and I think it's just a money thing. Should I pay it? I don't have traffic lawyer ATM. Yeah, if it's a $50 ticket, you pay that. They got you. I got one of those in Virginia the other day, parking on the shoulder ticket. I mean, I don't care. You know what I mean? If I'm sleepy, I'm going to find a place to pull over. I don't give a damn about your parking laws. I just don't. Because I'm going to park safely, and just because you don't like it, you can write me the ticket. I don't care. I mean, I'm literally going to wipe my butt with it before I send it back to them. I'm gonna wipe my butt with it. I'm gonna put the money order in there. I'm gonna put it in an envelope, and I'm gonna mail it. Not really, because the person dealing with the ticket has nothing to do with it. So I wouldn't really do that. I don't like to punish innocent people. It's just not a thing. But yes, pay that. I may have got a red light ticket last night myself. Oh, I hope to God. Dear Jesus, please don't let that be me. There was an SUV that ran right past me as I was going through the light. I just hope they don't try to say it was me. Oh, I don't need to go through that again. Myth Leather Company's in the house. Get a Mac, brother. Oh, I don't like Apple products. I just don't. It's like, here's the thing. If I had spent, like, what's a cheap MacBook cost? A cheap MacBook, like $700-800. If I would have spent $700-800 on a PC, I wouldn't be as upset with it. My big thing with the HP, my main problem is just always wants to update. It's update. I need to figure out how to turn that off, and then I probably wouldn't be as angry about it. Paul says, best computer I ever bought off of Amazon for $200. Wow. I had a Dell computer I bought in probably about 2014, somewhere in there. That was probably the best computer I ever bought. I mean, that thing held up, and that was a good computer for years. Years. And then it met its demise on the garage floor, and I was so sad. I was like, oh, no. CJ Hudson says, I got more miles walking away from a lease than you got waiting on your computer to update. Yes, sir. It's true you do. That's true you do. I ain't going to argue that. Chief Freeholder says, I have an HP. It's been great, but I don't visit questionable sites on it. Yeah. The only thing I do with this computer is live stream and some other YouTube stuff and then some business stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I've got really good with that Google Sheets. You know, like Google, it's basically Excel, but it's called Google Sheets. I got really good with that thing on my phone, and I really don't do much like budgeting wise. I do all that on the phone now. I used to log into this and do, Google Sheets, and I was like, man, I got that figured out on the phone now. I don't have to do it on the computer. G Walker, cool. T Stifler, what's up, Cash? Passed the test today. All right. T Stifler has a CDL. Y'all better watch out. They better watch out. They're going to give that man a big old semi and let him roll it up and down the road now. Big traffic jam on 70 outside of Kansas City. Looks like accident according to Google Map app. Ooh. Paul's in the house watching from my warm bed. Waiting to go to Ohio and pick up my new truck. What? You can't buy a truck in this market. Are you crazy? I hear a lot of people that don't buy a truck right now. Hey, I say if you don't want to overpay for a truck, now is the time, baby. Now is the time. I would like to wait to the beginning of the year, but honestly, it's like we're close enough. We're close enough, and if a deal's a deal, a deal's a deal. Like the new truck I'm looking at, it checks off so many boxes. I think I'd be foolish to pass it up at this point. Things could change. It could be a stupid. Here's the thing: you can make a decision now, and 3 months from now, it could look like the dumbest thing you've ever done. So, that's the risk of being an owner-operator. That's the risk of being a business owner, not just an owner-operator. You can own any kind of business. Hey, think about the guys that went to work for Yellow in the last year. You know what I mean? You think they regret that decision? More than likely, they probably do. I mean, it's just nothing you can do about it. You make decisions based on the information you have now, and things change, and you gotta redo. You gotta think. I mean, hey, when I was like 20 years old, I thought, hey, I'm in the sheet metal worker union, and I ain't never going to leave. You know what I mean? I was making damn good money, and I said, why would I ever leave the sheet metal workers union? Yeah, because they closed it down and moved out of town. That's why. Ryan Peterson, St. Louis area, not Kansas City. Kansas City. Cheap Freight Holler says, ES Advantage beats Nastic almost every day. I've been trying to tell those Nastic people that, man. They don't believe me. I mean, $1.35 off today when I went to get fuel. I was like, man, fuel is expensive up here. And then I hit the OES Advantage and it said, hey, let me take care of that for you. Let me take care of that for you. I bought right at 100 gallons. I bought like 98 gallons. And I think I saved like $140 because I had to buy reefer fuel as well. But let me look at it. I get a text message from those guys whenever I buy fuel. It tells me how much I saved. I mean, you can turn this off, but I like leaving it on just so I know how much I saved. I spent a little over $500 today. Like hang on. No reason to sit around and guess. I got it right here in front of me. I spent, receipts kick my ass sometimes. I spent $515 on the pump price, $515. And after discount, my total was $371. They knocked off $143. $143 on, let me look at it again. 98 gallons of truck fuel and 7 gallons of reefer fuel. So, yeah. Hey, like that, boys. If you want to save on some fuel, ES Advantage. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. You can go down. Let me double check, make sure that's down there in the. Let me make sure that's in the comments. Where we at? Description, more. There's my website. There's my Cash App. There's my PayPal, and right there, ES Advantage. Click that link, and you be happy you did. I think you will. I really dig it. So let's go over the poll. 14% say yes, currently in a lease purchase. 54% say no. 18% says yes in the past, but never again. And 14% says yes, I got the title to the truck. And that's 56 votes. If you would go vote on that for me, we're going to try to get that to 100 votes tonight. 100 votes, as they say. Well, as I say. I mean, nobody else says that. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see who else we got here. Henry Duncan's in the house. Hello, Cash. Hello, Henry. Thanks for stopping by. Paul says, no. That's not what he said. That's what I said. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what, but I got a lot of mucus going on here. You're welcome. No more lease purchase for me. I paid cash for my next truck. Yeah, I like putting minimum financing or just pay cash for the damn thing. That's where I'm at. Like, Vic Med's in the house. If you don't know Vic Med, go check out Vic Med's channel. It says, I leased and I got the title and I sold the truck last year. California is killing us. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. Because when you work your butt off to pay off a truck, and they hand you the title of that, and then California goes, we think you need a new truck, bro. Just saying. But Vic, I was talking about your channel last night on the live show as well, because those power only spot market load board videos you've been doing are very, very eye opening. Okay. Yeah, very eye opening. If you ain't watching Vic Med, he knows the California spot market, and he is talking about things that some of these big carriers are doing right now, and I hope Schneider gets burnt. I just do. When you bid freight that low, I'll say something real quick about whenever you talk to a broker, and I wouldn't say this to them because I don't want to burn a bridge, but when you call a broker and they're like, oh, I got $1,000 on that run. And it's like, it should be like a $1,500 run. And they're like, well, all I got's $1,000 on it. I want to be like, you're not good at your job. Like, you only got $1,000 for that. You need to try harder, bro. But instead, I just say, no, I can't do it for that rate. I can't do that. Paul says, it's all this cold air. Yeah, it could be having me all congested and messed up, I did the same thing a couple weeks ago. I went down to Houston, and, it was like really warm in Houston. And then I come back to Iowa and Minnesota, and the air is all dry and cold. And, Houston was all warm and humid and nice. So could be doing that. Canadian Trucker says, hi, Cash, in Maine, heading to Long Island. Come on. Yeah, buddy. We may have passed each other today. I slept I was in Long Island last night. I slept out there on the island. I did. Got a delivery done this morning and then got up out of there. And I'm going to tell you, I've averaged about 40 miles an hour up through here today. Brutal. Stanza Transport says, you're a scammer. You need something to coat your throat with. Come on. Oh, you're a screamer. Oh, okay. You're a scammer. Ha. Screamer? I don't know. Yeah, I do. I can't just talk normal. When I'm doing these damn live shows, I feel like I got to scream at the damn thing. I got some Ricola. I got these at the Quick Trip with the K. The Quick Trip with the K. I dig it. They're sugar-free. Really been helping. I'm running out of those, though. I might be in trouble. Gear Jammer, 6 hours in New York traffic. Yes. That's about what it was today, man. Brutal. Got unloaded. So I was out on Long Island. I got unloaded at, let's see, my appointment was 7. They had me unloaded and out the door by about 8:15. So imagine trying to get off of Long Island to 95 North at 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's a parking lot. I can't believe those people do that every day of their life, man. I would go insane. The Couch Hippo's in the house. What up, bro? Thank you very much for stopping by. Airwolf says, what's the weather like in the Northeast? I'm doing 2 Atlanta this week. Take yogurt down and bring back chicken to Auburn, Indiana. Woo! The Northeast is actually pretty warm up here right now. It's 37 right now, but that's 9 o'clock here. So I think it's supposed to get down to the 20s tonight, but it's a slow decline. It ain't just falling off, so that's nice. Airwolf says 50 degrees for Christmas down here in Dayton, Ohio. Nice. David Edwards says he's waiting on a drug test. Yeah, be sure to test your drugs. I'm just saying. They put that down fentanyl and everything. I'm just saying. Lolly Sanders in the house. Where's DIY? Oh, Lolly, I think you're the reason he's not here tonight. I'll be honest about it. I got to block Lolly Sanders. This Trucking Life says, hello, buddy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sterling Wheels survived it. Thank you for the $5, Sterling. I mean, the only person dropping a super chat tonight, Sterling, I got to say. I don't know what the rest of you are up to. Just saying. This Trucking Life says, that's how it's done, Sterling. Yeah, that's the only way you can survive some of these. Sterling says, it ain't a good Christmas party until the receptionist gets pregnant. Plot twist, the receptionist is a dude. Only in America. We need to write that song. I think it's Aaron Tippin, Only in America. I'm going to rewrite that. Only in America can you have 47 genders. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. I mean, they're constantly tucking them and pulling them and tucking them and pulling them. I don't even know what to do over here anymore. Oh, shit. We just got canceled. I just got the memo. Oh, man. Chief Rowler says, I have to look at how much time is left on the lease. Last week, someone was saying their lease was up in August. At this point, you have to see it through. I mean, if you're going broke, you got to get out of it, would be my advice. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let your kids, go hungry and not have clothing because, you got a lease purchase going. I mean, Paul Harris says, did you see me pass you with my middle finger out the window? Yes, I did see that, Paul. I seen a guy swerving all over the road, holding his phone up, recording me as he flipped me off. And I was like, that's Paul. I know that's Paul. I recognize that bird finger anywhere. Oh my God, I'm so far behind on comments. Woo! Here we go. Fate Trucking's in the house with $10. He says from CB4. What the hell does that mean? Put me a little salt in that water. Freaking throat's on fire. Doing a live show tonight was probably not a good idea, but I don't care. Fake Trucking, you'll have to explain yourself. I'm just saying. I have no idea what that means. No idea. Not a damn clue. Justin Axford's in the house, $10. Thought it was cool of you to have open mic and brought Mike Nine Toes in the other night. Great work. Yeah, I like Mike Nine Toes. I'd like to get you on the live show sometime too, Justin. You want to come on? You busy? What are you doing over there? What the hell's? Let me see who's texting me. Oh, Killian's. Killian's always got an excuse. But yeah, shout out to Mike Nine Toes. He's a solid guy. Fate Trucking says cell block 4. Oh, okay, yeah, because you got arrested. If you guys don't know, Fate Trucking got arrested for indecent exposure. Don't ask me how he got a cell phone in jail. The hard way, I would imagine. Chief Ray Holler says 26 wind chill in Middle Georgia this morning. Damn it, boy, that ain't right. CJ Hudson says 37 in East Tennessee today. Damn it, that's cold. Paul Harris, I'm currently on 84 entering Connecticut. Yeah, he went right by me today. Tennessee is cold, 28 right now. Damn it, boy. T. Stifler down there in Tennessee. Dave's in the house. Cash, did you ever see a video about two guys who get pulled over by DOT officers and it's asked for their logbook and they just shrug their shoulders looking stupid? Turns out they had 2 million in drugs. Woo! Damn it, boy. Yeah, you don't use a logbook when you got 2 million in drugs. I'm just saying. Cents per mile says 43 right now, southern Mississippi. Damn it. Be a little cold to put it in the river right now, right? T. Stifler got that test done. CJ Hudson asking him how'd the test go. He got her done. Sorry, 22. Holy mackerel. 29 Central Indiana. Damn it, bye. Man, I can't believe I'm beating all you guys all the way up here in the Maine. Maybe that hasn't updated. Hell, I don't know. The temperature could be way different than what I'm saying. Yeah, this thing, this watch is the worst thing for the weather. Let me click on it. It'll probably say like, it'll probably giving me the weather for Gary, Indiana right now. Yeah, T. Stifler got her done with both feet in the houses. With everybody, hey everybody, have Merry Christmas, whether you want to or not. I like that. With both feet, he's a true boss man. He comes in, he says, hey, I don't care how you feel tonight. I said, have a good Christmas. Chief Freight Holler says, you too. Like the band. Yeah, congratulations to T. Stifler for getting his CDL. He says, I went back and told my instructor that I hit a auto fail for hitting a cop car. Damn it. Is that an auto fail? That's a bummer. That will be a bummer. Paul says, oh, geez, flip-flops. I don't know I was supposed to be wearing flip-flops driving a Volvo. I do have on a thong, though. Oh, come on, Paul. Oh, man. Sometimes you just don't, like, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I wish I could unthink what I thought. And I also wish the men in black were here to hit me with that little light so I'd forget that, I'd forget you ever said that. Chief Holler says, I have an Adidas windsuit when I had a Volvo. Well, that's mandatory. That is mandatory. Yeah, thank you. Everybody say congratulations. Exactly. Now the fun begins. Yeah. Now it becomes a job. Now it's a job. Gas man in the house. Channel member says, hello from New Mexico, heading to Klamath, Oregon. Got my title for my truck through a lease purchase. I was definitely nervous. Wow. Was that big carrier or was that small carrier? The grumpy truckers in the house. Vic Med for president. I'd vote Vic Med. Seems like a very honest person. And let's face it, that's what we need in a politician. We need honesty. These lying bastards. Sorry, fake trucking. I can't read text messages unless they're attached to super chats. Oh, Cents per mile says pro tip: get your motor to run away. You can shut the key off and drive ELD free. Ooh, that's a good point. Primal Smash in the house. Cash is MF the king. Yes, I did. Put your seatbelt on. Yes, no doubt. But Manda Boy is in the house. What happened to weekly recap? Well, we still doing them. I'm way behind on them right now. The problem is there's never any daylight to record a down video. 99% of the time, by the time I shut this damn thing down, it's dark outside. I don't like shooting videos when it's dark outside because I don't know. I'm just weird like that. You good to go back there? All right, we're good to go. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Justin.
What it do?
Not much. Got a sore throat. Thank you for coming in. So let's talk about Justin for a minute here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming in. So if you guys don't know, Justin, business owner operator, starting a small fleet, and just doing it. I just got to say, I like the things you're doing there, Justin. You're making a lot of smart moves. First of all, if you don't mind, how old are you?
31.
I don't like that. I think he's more mature than me. I don't like that.
31.
Hey, let me tell you. Let me give you some advice. Okay, keep that trajectory going. You're doing. Don't do like me and just let it all fall apart in the mid-30s like I did.
Every day is a learning experience. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see. Let's talk about the things people want to know about truckers. Okay, how'd you get into trucking? How long you been trucking?
Okay. Yeah. So the short story is originally from California. I kind of did it kind of like Alex did, Asian Mai, and I was a bed bugger. That's how I started. I was roughly 20, 27, 28 years old. Worked my way up, and they asked me to go get my CDL to make more money. So I did that, started running California, started running the 11 Western. We moved out of California in April of 2021. So right at the start of everything, we moved to Idaho, just like most of the other Californians did. Went out there, ran flatbed locally, just as kind of a temporary job, and got the itch to. I didn't want to live the rest of my life just wondering what if. I knew that the potential was there, the credit was there, the savings was there, the knowledge. I had some mechanical, background that was there that I knew was going to help me, and then so I just started educating myself. And at the time, Amazon was doing its thing, so I came into this with a little bit of an untraditional way that I think a lot of guys usually hate on. But I took a lien against the house. We had a lot of positive equity in the house, more than enough to be able to pay for a truck outright, way overpay for a truck at that time. and still have positive equity in the house. So I felt like it was somewhat of a safe situation, considering that I came into it with over a third of what the truck cost me saved in a savings account. So
Okay.
we paid 63 grand for a truck that was very similar to the truck that you're in right now. Um,
Wait,
and
I
we paid
thought
it
you got
off.
a hood truck. I thought you bought a hood truck for resale value.
Yeah, no. I did actually once buy a hood truck and I sold it to somebody. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know if they're using it right now, but no, bought a Cascadia, got great fuel mileage. The only difference was mine was a manual, and I ran Amazon for about a year until I got an opportunity handed to me from somebody else. So now I run reefer. We paid that truck off within the first probably 6 months that we owned it, as fast as we possibly could, and then we upgraded to a newer Cascadia, get better fuel mileage.
Okay. What'd you do
So
with the old Cascadia? Um,
I just sold it, and I should have listened to
oh,
you before. Yeah, yeah, it was costing. I think that was one of the a newer owner operator move to say that there was some emotion built into that, and
yeah.
didn't look at it as much as a tool as I probably should have. Held on to it a little bit longer, hoping that things were going to be fine. But man, once you start with those electrical problems, it's not even worth chasing. Just get rid of it and move forward.
Yeah. They're like, they really are gremlins. Whoever coined the term of electrical problems being gremlins, they nailed it.
Oh,
I mean, it's like,
I couldn't
don't
win.
feed it after midnight. Don't get it wet.
Yeah, and
They'll
it
eat you
wasn't the
alive.
cost. It
Shannon
wasn't
Thomas
the
Trucking.
cost. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Because this
No,
is
I was gonna say,
valuable for people.
yeah, it wasn't the cost of the repairs that was the issue. It was the amount of downtime and the amount of risk that it was putting towards the freight that we were hauling for our customers. And that's where it was like,
Yeah.
we got to cut this off.
Yeah.
That was it. So
Yeah. We had to have a load repowered the other day. My truck broke down, had to have a load repowered, and oh, you're at the whims of the broker when that happens. So, um, but Shannon Thomas Trucking, $5 super chat says Justin is a super badass. Wow, not just a regular badass, he's a super badass. Says thanks for all your help and encouragement, Justin. Yeah, I agree. I think Justin is a super badass. He has made a lot of tough moves early on in a trucking career. Um, but honestly, that's how you get ahead. That's how you progress in this business. Um, so going down the line here. So how long were you a bed bugger, and what do you think of that?
um let's see. About 2 years. I only drove truck as a bed bugger for about a little over a year and a half. So within 6 months of starting to move furniture, I got my CDL. So it was only about a year and a half that I was actually driving the 11 Western. Um,
Okay.
it's hard. It's hard work. Your body gets used to it, but it's good money. I'm not gonna lie. The overtime is there. I was an hourly guy at that time, so it was unreal the amount of hours. But when you're,
Oh,
20, 26, 27, 28 years old, it was every hour I could get, I was taking, you know what I mean? And I knew I
right.
was learning, I was using someone else's equipment and on someone else's dime. And don't know if I would do it again. Maybe I'd recommend a younger guy to get into it, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it again. Not anymore.
Fake Trucking says $20. Does Justin drink Malort?
Oh, he knows. Mm, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys don't realize it's not the Malort that's making you sick, it's the roofies that's in the Malort.
Oh, 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 it just gives me chills.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys don't realize
awful.
you're getting roofied when that happens. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
Malort making you sick.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's the
so
worst.
um, so you went from bed bugging, got your CDL through
Hmm.
that. Would you? is that a good way to get a CDL, you think, or
So at the time, I went and I researched the school. So I approached them. I was at kind of a max wage that they were willing to put me at, just as a a box truck driver. So I had approached them. I had a little bit of money saved up, not a ton. I had a little bit saved up, and I said, "Hey, I'd like to move to the next step. What do I need to do? I want to earn more money, whether that's hours or wage, or you tell me." And they said, "Well, you need to go get your CDL." And I said, "Okay." I had already started to kind of dabble into researching in schools. I said, I'll see you in a month. I went and I found a school. At that time, it wasn't too bad of a price, in my opinion. I went to one of those schools. I got it within 3.5 weeks. So I had enough
okay.
money saved to completely, pay for the bills at home. I just basically took a month off of work and went to a school full time. And within 3.5 weeks, I got that CDL. So, yes, I will say to start and get your CDL, that is a great place because you're dealing with a lot of residential. So you learn how to drive the truck in
Yeah.
very tight spaces at times, and you learn a lot of customer service, and you learn how to work.
Yeah.
you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they can
So,
teach you that, no problem.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
yeah, that seems like an interesting way to get into it. Everybody's almost every trucker you talk to, they got a different journey, and it's
mhm.
always interesting to figure out how people got into it. And so you sold the first truck,
Yes,
and
haven't even
um,
gotten a check yet.
oh, okay, well, yeah, very recent.
That
Okay,
recent, yes,
okay. Well, so you bought a second truck, I
yes,
guess, the one you're in now.
yes.
And I mean, what kind of suckers buying a truck in this market? I mean, let's be honest.
I wasn't afraid of it at all. I really wasn't. Some people may say that I overpaid for this truck. It's a 19 Cascadia. It's specced out right. It does not have an APU, unfortunately, but I've zero breezed it up all summer, and
Yeah.
we got the bunk heater for the winter. So, but got 228 rears, DD15. This one is a DT12 transmission, so um, I think I'm pretty close to what your quarterly IFT is. I don't think I'm quite there, but I think we're dabbling into the 8.2 consistently. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not it's hard to get under 8 miles a gallon in this truck. I'll say,
Yeah.
so it's specced out right. Um, and it came with a warranty. I don't know how good the warranty is going to work. I think you know a little bit about that, but
Yeah.
haven't had to really use the warranty so much yet. But um, we just paid this truck off. I bought it in July, and we just paid this truck off. So,
Wow.
um, yeah, it's just doing as best as I can. Honestly,
Yeah.
living broke, living broke. I just don't want to have this debt over my head, and that was the goal by the end of this year, was to get this
Yeah.
truck paid off, because we know what first quarter is going to be like. So I'm just preparing
Yeah.
for that. So
Yeah.
don't get any vacations or anything like that for right now, but we did what we had to do.
Right. Yeah. No, it's I hear that all the time from those guys. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm going fly fishing this week, and I'm going over here this week," and then you got to hear them cry about being broke all the time. So
hmm
I don't
Keep
know.
the wheels
I mean,
moving.
yeah, they're out there, those guys. But
Mm-hmm.
my goal tonight is to get Justin to talk crap about fake trucking. I don't think he'll do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna try. But
And
no,
you act like I know this guy.
um, well, hey, I told you. I don't know if you heard earlier. He got arrested in Wisconsin. So
Did he?
um, yeah,
Again?
yeah, he's in cell block 4 right now. He said.
Mm,
So
that's funny.
I mean, feel sorry for that guy, but hey, um, yeah. So you pull reefer freight, and uh, did you say where
Yes.
you lived? I'm not sure you did. I don't want to say it if you don't
Yeah, no.
want people to
You're
know.
good.
But
Yeah. I live in Idaho. I live in Boise.
okay, okay. So
So
reefer freight. I'm assuming you probably got that tater game on lock out there, right?
big time. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
consistent freight coming out of Idaho. The problem is getting, for me at least, it seems I have a lot bigger of a struggle getting back to Idaho. Coming out
Oh,
of Idaho, yeah, there's potatoes like crazy. I don't have a problem getting out of Idaho. But to come back is another story. So since October, I've been just dabbling around with the Midwest, the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, going out to the east, and then my carrier's got some customer freight that runs us, kind of back and forth, back and forth. So I've been doing that a little bit more often, and then I fly home finally on the 23rd. I'm gonna leave the equipment out here, and then just come right back in it, after the first of the year. So, but yeah, I do live in Idaho.
Yeah, I knew a guy that used to do that. He lived out. He lived out like North Dakota, South Dakota, but in the just middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
And he used to run the East Coast and then fly home. So you know, it it's not a bad game if it works for you. I used to have a buddy that lived in Las Vegas, and I used to tell him to do that. Like, you can get a flight to Vegas from almost anywhere for under
Hmm.
$100. Like, I don't know. That was
Well,
always
if
what I thought.
you can stay out here where the freight, essentially pays more, it's gonna be more cost effective because you're just not gonna be able to pay for that flight. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be a problem. And honestly, you just get one major accident or one shutdown there in Wyoming. It's not that I'm afraid to run Wyoming, but I mean, I ran the Northwest for well over a year, and it sucks, but I'm not afraid to chain up at all. But like I said, you get one accident that happens, and it could really put you in a bad position. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So for me, for at least through February, it's not really worth it if I don't have to.
yeah, yeah. That's me. Yeah, like I-80 in Wyoming, it's off limits in the winter, and it's not because it's a strategy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, one 30-car pileup, what does it take? 4 days to clear that off the ice covered road, and then you're sitting there, and
Yeah.
it's like, I just, it's just not for me for that reason more, because of time. I'm not willing to give up all that time. Um,
Yeah.
let's see here. Let me hit a few comments. Paul says,
Yeah.
I had a traffic lawyer for my speeding ticket and weigh station inspection and Indiana seatbelt ticket, but the parking ticket probably don't have points, for $50 ain't nothing. Yeah. Pay the parking tickets. They're not worth fighting and they don't give points. So, I mean, like me, I got a parking ticket last week. I was parked where there was a no parking sign. I'm like, it's like paying for parking at the TA. I mean, like, if I'm tired, I'm going to park there. I don't give a damn about your sign. Um, Stanza says, only dumb if it's got a paccar engine in it. Woo, shots fired. Um, Here's Justin. He's Cottage Grove tomorrow. There we go. I know where you're going. I know where you're at. Go hang out at the pilot over there and do me a favor. Save up your pee jugs for a week and then just go over there and pour them all out on the pavement for me. Um, Easy Money says, buy an older truck and put $40,000 into it. Uh, the problem is, it's still an old truck. I mean, you could put $40,000 into it, and I mean, anything can break down. But I mean, I'm not against that idea. Like, when I get to the point to where like I'm retired, I will probably have an older truck that I keep around just for that once or twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. I want to go do something, I'll go do something. But right now, in the earning phase of my life, I need to be stacking money, and these new efficient trucks are just the way to do it. Um, I mean, I know some people don't like that, but that's the way it is. Age Guy says, where I work, we have 6 Mack Granite trucks with MP8s. Those trucks have been shot more than they've been out. Our A26 International taking up the slacks. Wow. Um, I'm interested in that new International S13 setup. I like that. But honestly, I look at that technology, and most of the things they say that they're using to get the advantages are things that, I mean, well, I'll be honest about it. They're things that Detroit's been doing for 5 or 6 years. So it's like, you know, uh, it's hard. It's hard to get away from that. It really is. Um, Could not agree more. Just jumped in with both feet. Purchased a nice low mileage used truck and a new trailer. I think around the corner opportunity exists, says Al. Yeah. Now is, I mean, and this is how I talked about this a little bit last night, but once you've been in trucking a little while and you go through a few cycles, you learn that, like, you know, in the bottom of the freight market is where you want to buy your equipment, because that's when the good stuff gets cheap. And then usually as you start to pay it off, we go back up and you're sitting, in a good freight market with a truck that you paid hardly nothing for compared to what you're making. That's how them old school guys that, that's how they do it, So I just copy what they do. Do you talk about the carrier you're leased to?
I'm open to it. I got nothing to hide. I am. I've been Mr. Incognito for a while now. I know I'm not on YouTube. I mean, I throw comments out there and stuff, but I've been Mr. Incognito, or try to be. But yeah, no, I'm open to share.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that. We'll talk about that off the air one time, and then we'll go from there. I mean, unless you just want to drop an MC number right here.
Yeah, no. I won't put it out there like that. Let's just say that I know the guy that sold DIY that Freightliner Classic.
Yes. My brother DIY. He's well known, and he's amassing a group of people over there. I'm telling you, he's got some people. Jackknife TV says even worse is the guy that put in 25 to 29 years at Yellow and thought they were on Easy Street. Yeah, that Yellow's just, it's like, I was making a point about that earlier. The reason they bring up Yellow is you just never know what's going to happen. You make the best decision you can, and you just have to see how things work out. T. Stifler just got a CDL. He says, I'm buying my flip-flops in the morning. Good strategy. I recommend go to Goodwill and get a pair of jogging pants that looks like they've, I don't know, somebody fell off a horse and maybe died with them on, and buy that if you can. That's my look. I like jogging pants that look like I got them in third grade, and flip-flops that look like I borrowed them from my little sister. That's the new trucking look. And
just make sure you wear them to your first interview.
Yes.
For sure, get hired.
Yes.
Gotta wear them to the interview.
I say take one of them off and then cross your legs and pick your toenails a little bit. Extenuate your toenails is what I'm saying. Not like a sharp talon, to impress a boss. Paul says props to the ES Advantage Tib, best fuel card I've ever had. There you go. Thank you, Paul. I'll have a review video coming out on that very soon. Keeping you in business. Yeah, the thing's got some crazy discounts on it. Cheap Freight Holler says last Tuesday made 1 year since I picked up my new T680. There's been some times during the year that I thought it was a bad idea, but looking back over the year, it's been a great purchase. There you go. As long as it's productive and makes you money, I don't care what kind of truck it is. I'll be honest with you. They don't make a truck that I wouldn't drive. I'll put it that way. They really don't, because if it makes me the most money, that's what I'm in it for. You know what I mean? If they said, whatever, anything, I'd drive it. Don't care about the color. Don't care about the look.
Max Force?
If it made me the most money, yeah. But that's the problem. It ain't gonna make me the most money. It's gonna make me lose the remaining 8 hairs I have on my head, and I'm pretty proud of those 8, so I ain't trying to get rid of them right now. But yeah, I mean, you know, hey, if they said strap a rubber dildo to the front of the truck and you'll get an extra mile per gallon, I'd be out there with a damn DeWalt, you know, wood screwing it to the front of the truck. I wouldn't care. Like,
2 of them on there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, oh man. Trucker named Tim in the house. Hey now, made $700 a day. Not bad. Yeah, hell yeah, that's pretty good. 700 a day. I mean, I'm just saying, hell, if I could make that much, I probably wouldn't work but a couple days a week. I mean, I'm pretty lazy about it, you know. Chief Fairhouse says, and looks like the bottom line is going to be better this year than last. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of times getting a newer truck typically improves your profitability. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. It could, yeah. Depending on your overhead and your business plan, yes. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm getting to the point with this truck where repair bills and downtime are starting to become a factor, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's, for me, that's like, now we got to start, you know, putting my nose down and my head down and focusing, because before I could just take this truck and it cost me a little bit here and there, but you know, it's becoming more often, and you know, it's like productivity means a lot. Um, you know, because one of my biggest overheads is paying myself. So, you know, when my gross revenue comes down, the percentage I pay myself is more. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because I just take like a salary every week from the
Mm-hmm.
business. So, you know, when we're down for 3 days a week, it hurts. You know.
I think the key is that is coming to a point where you can recognize where that breaking point is with your equipment and how
Yeah.
fast you're willing to make that next move. But then even more important is you've been prepared for it. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of people that they wait for that, oh crap, now everything's falling apart. Uh, this is all I have in reserve. Let me put it into the truck because it's maybe not enough to then upgrade the equipment or sacrifice for something else. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, something else goes wrong, so making sure that you're in the right position and, you knew that this was going to come eventually,
Yeah.
is definitely putting you ahead of the game.
And knowing that, you know, I'm going to be an owner operator is also a deciding factor of knowing that the truck's going to have to eventually be replaced. Now, my plan
Mm-hmm.
was when I first got this truck, I said probably around the 3-year mark, I will be looking to trade this truck in on a newer truck. And that came up in this past February. And I was at the point where the truck was, um, it was having some mechanical issues, but it was all like stuff that wasn't like, you know, massive bills, and it was stuff that just needs to be done, you know, like I went through like, you know, alternator, DPF filters, you know, some bigger ticketed items, but nothing huge. But it's also
Mm-hmm.
stuff that just, you know, it's maintenance stuff basically. So I kept riding it out for the year. Number one, because of freight prices being what they were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not having a truck payment allows you options. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I don't like that load, you know, they offer a load on Tuesday and it ain't what I like, I can pass on it. Now, whether it be
Yeah.
price, whether it be where it's going, you know, um, or a combination of all of it, I can turn it down because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
beholden to a truck payment. Um, so that's more or less why I wrote it out for the year. But now we're getting to the point where, you know, I feel like, um, you know, it might be good money after bad money because, you know, like I said last night, all the tires are good, but to go through winter, you know, I always like to buy my tires before winter than after winter, even if it's kind of on the fence, because I get the benefit of having the new tires in the bad weather. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the way I've always strategized it. It's like if I know I'm going to buy tires in March, hell, I just buy them in November, December. And that's kind of where I'm at with this truck. It's got a lot of things that need to be replaced, and I'm to the point where it's like, am I going to spend that money on this truck or a truck that I'm going to have for the next few years? And um, it's a strategy, and I would have to go back and do the math on this year to figure out whether keeping it these extra few months. I've kept it about 10 months longer than I'd planned, and I'd have to go back and do the math on that because I may have been better off to just stick with that plan and just moved it out at 3 months, versus what I spent on it this summer and fall keeping it on the
Mm-hmm.
road. So I don't know. It's all strategy, and like I say, sometimes you make the right decision, sometimes you don't, but it is what it is. Shannon says, "Good evening, everyone." Oh, and we're back. Sorry about that. Internet crapped out on me. Good old Verizon. Got that Verizon. Um, Jack says, "Does ES Advantage do factoring too?" I don't think they do factoring. Um, I just don't think they do. Um, I would strategize to try to get away from factoring if um, my carrier does, like a quick payment to me, and so I don't have to worry about factoring. But um, like you're giving up a lot of money at 2%, 3% for 30 days on your money. So, but no, ES Advantage does not. Trucker named Tim says hello, or hope everyone has a good time with the family for the holidays. Yeah. How much time you taking off there, Justin? You flying out?
Yeah, we fly out on the 23rd and we fly back out on Monday the 1st. So
Ooh,
hopefully we can reload. Yeah. So, and since October 10th, I left the house. I did go home for 4 days for Thanksgiving, but that's it.
wow.
So yeah, I've
Out
pretty
there
much been
doing it.
trying to, man, trying to. You got to make sacrifices. It sucks. It's hard, but
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
It's just black and white for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I did the same thing. Um, I went home right before Halloween and then stayed out basically till Thanksgiving. That was the longest I'd been out in a long time.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the longest run for
so
us as well.
yeah, not a huge fan of staying out like that. A lot of times, I feel like I lose productivity after like the second or third week, just because of like I'm just not into it. You know what I mean? Like it comes down more to like me personally, just being like, screw it. Like
Yeah.
I end up just doing like, you know, I if I get to the point where I want to go home, I will deadhead. I mean, I deadheaded from Mississippi to Minnesota one time just because I was ready to go home. Like, you know, they're like, it's like Friday. He was like, "Oh, we can't find a load," and I'm like, "All right, well, I'll be at the house. Holler at me like, Monday, Tuesday. Like, I don't care. I am going home." Um,
See, I start making mistakes that cost me money. The other day, yeah, after about that 2.5, 3 weeks is when my brain starts getting a little burnt, man. I pulled into, so we have a fuel card that we typically get good discounts at TAs. And I went out to I was in Jersey and I pulled in and there's a TA that shares the same parking lot as a small pilot that's only got like 4 or 5
mm,
punts. You know which one. And
yeah,
I pulled in there and I had never been there. And I pulled in there and I pulled into the pilot thinking that it was the TA. I was fueling up and I put my fuel discount card in there and it didn't work. And I was like, well, screw the points. I don't need the points anyway. Just pump the fuel. I don't need a
yeah,
shower. And I go and I pump in. I'm pumping like, almost 100 gallons, right? I go in there and I get the receipt. And I was even pumping the fuel and I looked over in the distance and I was like, man, this must be like an express TA over here where they got a couple small pumps and then they got all the huge TA over there. come to look at it, and it's like, oh no,
yeah.
I just got a lost my dollar per gallon discount, on
Whew.
100 gallons. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
no.
buddy.
Like, that's when you know you
Uh,
need a break.
yeah, yeah. It's time to take a day off at that point.
Mhm.
Oh man, yeah, that would burn me up. Fuel discounts are
Oh,
like, they're everything to me here lately.
oh,
Like
I was
it's
pissed.
yeah. CJ says, Cash, you could add your fuel savings description to weekly recap. Just a thought. Yeah. Um, I have thought about that because I'm gonna do some videos about ES Advantage. Uh, I like those people. I had a phone call with them today. They are doing some things right now that are very interesting. I can't talk about it right now, but as far as like a service you would have inside your truck, they're working on some stuff that I gotta be honest with you, it's gonna be nice, but we'll just have to. We'll wait. I mean, I got those videos coming. So Gen Z's, because we hear the Timmy talk. Yeah, I got to clarify. Timmy is not the person I'm imitating. The person I'm imitating is talking to Timmy, and he goes, "Oh, Timmy." It's like a Julia Child, yeah. And the guy's always got his hands in a weird way in the video when he's saying, Cash said something wrong the other day, so I'm making this video about Cash because Cash said it was up when really it was down. It's like, and he nitpicks the hell out of shit. And it's just like, bro, number one, I make videos that help people, and you make videos that just hate on people. So, but I love how he talks. He's like the most high pitched, and I ain't never going to say who it is because I wouldn't give him a damn bit of credit for anything, but he knows who he is. He's probably watching right now going, I don't talk like that. That's not how I talk.
Oh,
Oh, but yeah,
that's
that's that.
good stuff.
Um, Trucker Tim says, you could probably bottle that mucus and sell it in the merch shop. Good luck, and you're welcome. Um, yeah, hey, why not? Hey, I'll sell anything. I'm just being honest about it. Justin says we got fuel at the TA in Madison for $2.88. That smells good. I like the smell of that. Hope these prices stick around for a while. Yes. So I'm working on like a 1,700-mile load right now, which is like massive for me. It goes from Minnesota all the way to the East Coast and then up the East Coast. Almost done with it. Got about 100 miles left of it tomorrow, and then we'll be done 2 deliveries. But I was looking at my fuel cost on this load, and I thought I'd missed a receipt or something. I mean, I'm like $700 in on a 1,700 mile trip right now, and I just topped off. I mean, I'm like, wow, like I am
Yeah.
digging the hell out of this. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's nice to
Wisconsin
get
has.
that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. So, I was gonna say
No.
it's nice to get that fuel receipt, and it's
Mm-hmm.
350 bucks, not 500 like it
Yeah,
used to be.
yeah. You get the other day. I got diesel, def, and reefer, and it was like $500, and I was like,
Hmm.
I don't know why. I mean, I know why because I'd been getting abused by the prices for the last 2 years, but I was expecting like 750 or something like that.
Yeah,
I was happy as hell when I saw that.
yeah.
It's like right at 500. It was like, heck yeah, get used to this. Um, so you was talking about fuel economy on your new truck.
Yes.
Um, so uh, you told what the truck was and everything. If anybody missed that, he's got a Cascadia. What year?
19.
19. Plays the fuel efficiency game. Refuses to idle the truck,
Mhm.
and like like you run mostly like Midwest stuff right now, right? You said you were going out to the East Coast and then all the way
Yeah.
back to the Midwest,
Yes.
and so
Consistently.
so you got some hills and stuff in there, but then you got some
Hmm.
flat ground. That's about what I run, honestly. Like Midwest to the East Coast and back. And
Mm-hmm.
what kind of fuel economy are you getting?
It's gone down a little bit just due to winter. I mean, I do idle,
Yeah.
I let the truck warm up a little bit longer,
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
standard stuff. But I would say my overall average is probably in the 8.2 range. I think last month it came out at just a hair over 8. But over the summer, I was consistently getting 8.4 or above.
Now, I heard from a third party that you are always the top. You're always the one to catch on fuel economy.
I
That's what
have
I
been.
hear. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
from third party certified sources. So now, the reason I wanted to talk about that a little bit is because um, when you bought that truck, I
Hmm.
thought that was a really good deal on that truck. I mean, I thought so. Um,
Yeah.
the way it's set up, what it is, it's not from like a bottom feeder carrier. It's from,
Hmm.
a carrier that, specs a good truck, and then, their drivers hang around. And
Hmm.
do you want to talk about where you got that truck at? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want
Yeah.
to, but
Yeah. No, I got it from, it's from originally from Coastal Carriers.
yeah.
So I bought it down in
Yep.
Missouri, at a dealership down there. I'd worked with the guy for a while. I actually originally went in on a different truck that had lower miles, but once I got there and looked at it, the hours were way too high. And this truck
Yeah.
um, was right at the threshold. I wanted to get a truck with under 500,000 at a certain price range with a warranty, and this fit the bill. It wasn't the color I was looking for, but I really didn't care. It had the hours. It only had right over 10,000 hours on it, and it had 494,000 when I bought it. So I
Oh
had
yeah. Yeah.
relatively low hours
Yeah.
for a truck that didn't never has never had an APU.
Yeah. Uh, my truck uh, had quite a few. This truck had quite a few engine hours on it, and I think it showed because I am on. This is like so. I bought the truck with the DPF filters it had in it. I
Mm-hmm.
replaced those, and then I replaced those. So this truck's on its fourth set of DPF filters. So for those guys that don't think that engine idling matters,
It
now
does.
I will say one set of those DPF filters was because of the exchange program. I think I got a bum set because they only lasted 160,000 miles, and I did not idle the truck hardly at all during that. So, um, sometimes in the exchange program, maybe you get something that, ain't so good. Like, I think in the future, I'll just buy new DPF filters, or I'm going to weld my initials in the side of mine and then have them sent out and have them cleaned. That way I know I get mine back, you know,
Smart.
because, yeah, I think I got burnt one time on that. So, but so engine idles do matter for you guys out there wondering. So it's smart that you maybe passed up on less miles, but
Mm-hmm.
got less engine hours. That's a move I would probably make. That's
Yeah. I think the original truck I was looking at was the same year, spec exactly the same. That truck had 468,000 miles, so nothing significant, but it had like 16,000 engine hours on it. So I was like,
yeah,
yeah, way too many hours. So
yeah.
I think we got an
That's
okay deal on the truck. It fixed a problem that we were having in the downtime that we were having, and it made money. You know what I mean? So we
yeah,
just parked the other truck temporarily until we figured out what was going on with it, and then got in this truck, and it's been amazing. I've even thought about upgrading it again and maybe taking advantage of some of these prices, but I've gotten advice from some people around me that just say, hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it right now. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's making you money. It's paid off
yeah,
now, so roll with it for a little bit at least. And I think that that's smart.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, um, yeah, it would take, it'd have to be the like exact right deal for me
Hmm.
to, if I was in your position. But another reason I wanted to talk about the truck that you have is to kind of give people an idea out there if you have that truck and you're kind of on the fence about replacing it, the upgrade and the fuel economy benefits, so, like if you're running a pretty average reefer operation, Midwest, East Coast, and doing, 8+ miles per gallon. So, if somebody
Easy.
is, yeah, people used to
Easy.
ask me, what am I doing to get the fuel economy? I drive slower than most. That helps a little bit, but
Don't idle.
it's mostly just specking the right truck. I mean,
Yeah.
that's and like with the company, that you bought that truck from, they do the same type of operation you do. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's important too. If you pull a flatbed, you look for a truck that's from a flatbed company. If you do,
Mm-hmm.
reefer and drive in a little bit of a mix, but um, I'm always a fan of that. Find a truck that comes from doing the same things you do. That way, it's spec'd for what it is. Um,
Yeah.
let's
And,
see. There you go,
just
Justin.
and just so you know, I mean, as far as like tires go on this truck, I run super singles on the trailer, but I do have the recaps that came on this truck on the duals, on this truck. So I haven't changed those out yet for anything that's spec'd out to get a little bit better fuel mileage. And I don't have anything other than air tabs and wheel covers on this truck. That's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not anything special. It's just a normal Cascadia that I just very cautious about, where I idle and when it's time to leave the truck running when it's,
Yep.
more efficient. So
Yeah. Get to know that owner's manual too. I think that's one thing a lot of people don't do is, study that that maintenance schedule too. You know, I got a buddy of mine, that was asking me, he's got a truck. It's Killian's from on here all the
mhm,
time. Nathan Killian's. He was asking me. He's got a truck that's almost paid off at like I think around the 400,000 mile mark, and he's made a lot of double payments on that truck to get it paid off at that mileage, and so he's got some years of a truck that he can run, with
yeah,
no payment. And then when you get into a situation like that, then you can target the deal you want, you know, like you with that truck. You know what I mean? You had options. It wasn't like you were just forced to, oh, I got to go buy this truck. So he was asking me the best thing to do to, maximize the use of his truck over the next like 3 or 4 years. And I tell him the best thing, maintenance schedule.
hmm
Just do the maintenance when they tell you to do it. It's the best advice I can give as far as longevity of a truck. It's
hmm
um, and uh, and it, knowing your equipment too. Like you know, back in I don't know, a couple months ago, I had a serpentine belt that was looking. It started to make a little noise, and I mean, as soon as that thing starts making noise, it's time to get it replaced. It's not, um, you know, like it's just it's your money basically is the best way to put it. It's your money. I always say, treat your truck like you would treat your significant other.
yeah,
Like if they're not happy, you're not going to be happy. If they're making a bunch of noise that they ain't normally making, you need to
hmm
get out and figure it out. Just
Well, and it's just
um,
one of those things that's again just preparing yourself. It's going to end up costing you way more, 3 times, 4 times more money by waiting for it to fail, and it's going to hit you at the worst time. It's going
yeah.
to hit you at the worst spot.
Yeah, yeah. I had a buddy do a serpentine belt on the roadside in the mountains a couple months ago, and I think it was like $1,000 for them for a roadside to go get the belt and bring it out. I
hmm
mean, stuff like that gets expensive. Let me add a few comments here real quick. Let's see.
Yeah.
There's Justin bragging about his fuel price again. Got that 288 fuel. I'd brag about that too. I ain't hating on it. Uh, I bought fuel for I think it was 3 even the other day in Wisconsin. I was so damn mad because it was $2.99 the day before, and it literally went up 1 penny, and it was like a moral just heartbreak. I was like, it was $2.99 yesterday. I damn near wanted to call my mama and cry about it. I was like, I want that under $3. I ain't been able to get it yet. So,
I got lucky.
Chief Heller says fuel been going up this week. Yeah. Fuel popped back up on us a few cents this week. I did notice that. Trucking with MC's in the house. What up, Trucking with MC? Chief Heller says Cash. I told a couple of brokers this same time the last few weeks, dude, you suck at your job. Yeah. That's what I want to say. I mean, I don't say it, but whenever they say, oh, and I'm like, it's $1,000, it's a $1,500 lane, and they say, all I got in it's $1,000. I'm like, well, you suck at your job or you're lying. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm not too happy with brokers right now. I kind of got done dirty by one the other day. So I had to have a load repowered. I had a load on a trailer and the truck broke down. And so I had to have that load repowered. And so the broker was also a carrier. So they had one of their trucks because my carrier didn't have any trucks in the area to come get it. So they had one of their trucks come get it, took the load, had it delivered. And number one, they charged me more for the power only than they were paying me for the load. Okay. So that's how brokers do. And then get this, they were supposed to take the trailer and drop it at a certain location where I had to pick up another load at. And instead, I guess that wasn't convenient. The guy took it 50 miles in the opposite direction and dropped it at a truck stop and didn't tell nobody till the next day. We're all looking for that trailer. Like, where's the trailer? Finally, they get a hold of him. Oh, I dropped it at the TA 50 miles out. It's like lucky the damn thing didn't get towed, first of all.
Yeah.
And then, second of all, I appreciate that 100 miles I had to drive, 50 out, 50 back. Oh, dude, like, I was so mad.
I would be pissed.
Yeah. And there ain't nothing you can do about it because they got you. It's like, yeah. But it is what it is. Hopefully, it's a good thing not many loads work like that, or hell, I'd just, I'd have to give up on it. Robert B says, Timmy voice, please. Yeah, I gave some Timmy. And remember, we're talking to Timmy. It's not actually Timmy I'm making fun of. It's the guy that talks to Timmy. Cheever Holler says, what up, MC? This Trucking Life says, Minnesota, you mean little Somalia. Oof. Oh, don't remind me, please. I always think back, man, Minnesota must have been like a dreamland, like back in the 60s, because, I mean, it's just such a nice place. I mean, it really is. And then Minneapolis and all has gotten weird here last few years. It's all wokeness and like foreign people. And I ain't saying foreign people in a bad way, other than the fact that they don't even act like they're in America. I mean, if I went to another country, I would say, hey, I should probably try to learn the language. I should probably try to blend in, not go, no, I'm here now. We're going to do it my way, and you're going to deal with it. Oh, yeah, and you're going to pay for it, too. Like, I mean, the audacity. Primal Smashes. Cash is always pumped up. I love the energy. Yeah, I'm going to not be able to talk tomorrow. I can already tell. Had a sore throat last night, and then now I come in here screaming for an hour and a half. CJ says, I think DIY mug voice better than Timmy voice. Yeah, have you seen the DIY mug appearance on here lately?
Mm-hmm.
Just, you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Some people think it's offensive. I'm in no way making fun or picking at DIY with that. It's what I would like the mug to be is like, the thought was smug DIY, because it's a mug, but smug DIY, Like,
Good.
oh, I'm better than you because of, whatever, it's like, that was
You need
funny.
to you need to get a you need to take a shot of his video that he posted the other day of his truck burning down with the fire extinguisher. You need to get a snapshot of that and put it on a mug for
Oh man,
him.
that is pretty good actually. Yes. Well, he only set that truck on fire for the YouTube video. Is what I
Yeah.
hear. That's what
That's
they keep
exactly.
telling me.
Mm-hmm. Had a witness there and everything, ready to video it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the odds that you have someone there ready to go with a camera when your
And
truck catches on fire?
you just happen to be working in the shop that's like 15 feet
Yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, now that you bring up all these points, I'm starting to think something. Man. Gear Jammer says it took me 2.5 hours just to get from the Bronx to Patterson, New Jersey. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
not a fan of that area. I'll be honest with you. I had two stops, or I had three stops yesterday. Jersey City, the Bronx, and Long Island, and that makes for a long day with getting nothing done. Um, so yeah, yeah. Don't
Did you
don't do
deal
it,
with
kids.
any flooding out there?
Yes, we had a slowdown on I-78 because there was about a foot of water in the road at
Yeah,
one point.
I
And
saw that.
then I went to the Cisco in Jersey City, and their parking lot entrance was under about a foot of water, which is weird because they're right next to the ocean. I'm like,
Hmm.
how about we clean out some of these drains so the water can go back to the ocean? Just a
Hmm.
thought, just thought, but so I did from the first drop to the second drop yesterday was 31 miles, and it was $123 in tolls.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Talk about eating your lunch. That George Washington Bridge got me.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and then I got to go back and refigure it. I think I missed a turn last night, and I think I went over a toll bridge, so I got to recalculate some stuff. Um, yeah, yeah, they got me. They got me. I'm not very good with those areas, Like if I did them more, like Jersey, I'm fine with, but when it
Hmm.
goes into like the Bronx and Long Island, I just maybe once or twice a year I go there. I don't
Yeah.
mess with it much, so. A trucker named Tim says, I just tell the broker they are getting ripped off by the shipper and say, no, thank you. There's better paying loads out there. I had them throw more money to get me to take it. Ooh, playing hardball. Um, yeah, exactly. Um, Jake Knight TV says, I probably passed you yesterday, Cash. I was running 95 up to 91, delivered in Hanover. At Hanover Foods in Portland, Maine, and spent rest of the day sleeping at the Service Plaza at exit 25. Yeah, we may have passed each other today. Um, maybe today. Fake Trucking, thank you for the $10. Cell block for, yes. I didn't understand what he meant there because, Fake Trucking got arrested. Truck 1MC says, I see a cheap freight hauler. Okay. We'll hit a few comments here, but I'm about to wrap this up. If you got anything you want to say, Justin, as far as shout outs or questions or comments.
No, I'm all good, man. I appreciate you bringing me in, man. This is a good experience, and I hope whatever information that I was able to provide today, can help someone else out. If anybody has any questions, contact Cash, and you more than welcome to give out my info. I've been helping Shannon out with the Amazon Relay
Mm.
load board lately, so I did Amazon for a while, and I do about 50% of my loads, I would say, are off the spot market, and I see there's a lot of people struggling, and I don't know, maybe I got a couple strategies that can help people out, or if there's anybody that can, teach me some more stuff, I'm always willing to learn. So I appreciate you having me for tonight.
Yeah, yeah, I want to get you back on here more often. Um, no problem. For on my end, hell, I like it when you come in. You got a lot of knowledge, and it's nice to have somebody on that knows what they're talking about. Sometimes I have that other guy on, the boom guy, freight trucking, and
Hmm.
it's like all he wants to talk about is hockey and ice fishing.
I wouldn't say I know what I'm talking about yet, but I'm trying. I'm doing the best that we can every day.
I tried one last time to get him to talk crap about freight trucking. He just won't do it.
Mm.
Justin is too honorable and too nice of a fella. He just won't do it. Dang it. You can't say I didn't try.
Maybe one
uh,
day. Maybe one day.
okay, I'll keep working at it. With both feet says, ask Mick, the MC, about an almost paid off lease purchase. Yeah, I think he's doing a lease purchase now that I think about it. I forgot about MC. But that's it, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, Justin, for coming in. I
Yeah.
much appreciate it. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. My throat is killing me. Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss this? I missed this. Oh, fake trucking, $5. How do you climb hills with that truck, Justin? 1/10 less MPG, but torques. Okay. Um, Yeah, I believe that's jealousy is what that's called, fake trucking. If you would unload all that jealousy, you might get better MPGs. I'm just saying. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for all the super chats, and you guys rock. We'll talk to you later.